Welcome to Eye on Redcliffe, the show that's all about Redcliffe. We're here today in a follow-up to our previous episode with Rodney and Karen from the Save Our Suttons Beach Pavilion Preservation Group. Rodney and Karen, in early 22, we received the shock news that the pavilion was going to be demolished. And then within the space of, it seemed like weeks, we started seeing Save Our Pavilion corflutes going up. We saw t-shirts walking around the peninsula. How did it all start?
Well, at the end of January, Ollie made that shock announcement, and really the community was so shocked and outraged that literally within hours there were Facebook pages going up to save the pavilion. Jodie Starr, who's our president, she actually started a change.org petition, and that gained momentum. And there were so many comments and ideas coming up that literally within, I think, 3 days, we had a first meeting down here at the pavilion over coffee, because we decided we really needed to form a committee to pull everything together. Now, from there, it really took off. We got those corflutes arranged, t-shirts, car stickers, a rally. We did a rally and fundraising, and carried on with the petition to the point where we got 23,000 signatures on petitions. The rally was a massive success, and we had a lot of media attention. We contacted all the media. We were on Channel 7 several nights within the same week, and really gathered a lot of momentum very quickly. I think within probably 2 weeks, we'd arranged the rally, and everything was in place by then. All the signage, all the t-shirts, everything was set up within a couple of weeks.
So it was a gargantuan effort, and no less. So once your group was established, so you then entered dialogue with council.
Yes, all that attention certainly got, it did grab the attention of the council, and they actually requested a meeting with us. We had written to them with the sentiments of the community, and then they contacted us to arrange a meeting and a get-together, because I think they were caught on the back foot with the reaction to the news. We really grabbed the attention of the council and had a meeting with them mid-February that year.
And of course, at this stage, we were looking at a public toilet and food trucks as the replacement for our beloved pavilion.
Yes, that did seem to be the case. That was how it was announced. And obviously that was not going to be acceptable as a replacement for what we already had. So I think that was the first thing to work on. And as a group, we adopted really early on the slogan, we either restore or rebuild.
So at some point the council decided to hold a design competition. They began to take you seriously and the restore or rebuild mantra seriously, and it began to look like we couldn't restore, so we had to rebuild. And so that brings us to the present day, with the resulting winner of the design competition. The winning design comes from Lars Nemo Architects, an architecture firm headquartered in Sydney. The winning design is a radical departure from the Art Deco facade of our now demolished pavilion, and has been met with a public response which one could charitably describe as being mixed and devoid of enthusiasm. So, in a media article, it says that your group has given the design your qualified approval.
Well, sadly, we've sort of been misquoted a little bit there. It's we've said to people, we've said to the council, and we've said to other people as well, particularly the media, that we think it's a good start. We think it's the internal parts of it, the hospitality and the entertainment functions within the building are absolutely outstanding. We've never said that we gave it qualified approval, because we don't. We simply have said that we think it's a good start. We think we're going in the right direction. We've got an idea. We're capturing the requirements for hospitality and entertainment, but in terms of the appearance of the building, that's a whole other matter, and I think the community's been absolutely crystal clear on that.
Yeah, right. So we've started off with the public toilet and the car park. We've now ended up with a significant structure that
Yeah.
will require a significant investment. So we're heading in the right direction.
Yes.
Yeah, I get it.
And
Yeah.
we're very pleased with that, because one of the things that we did, and we're quite proud of as a group as well, is that we managed to garner support at all three levels of government. And not only support, but also funding, because that was one of the major stumbling blocks of getting the building rebuilt, was the prohibitive cost. So we set about trying to garner support from all three levels of government, which we managed to succeed. And we now have a situation where we're definitely going to get a pavilion built, which is just a wonderful thing. Now we're just arguing over what it's going to look like.
And Redcliffe deserves it. So with the new design, as far as its appearance, do you think it captures the essence and the spirit of the old pavilion? And do you think it meets the public's expectation of what they wanted in a replacement pavilion?
Absolutely not at the moment. I think the council's own survey that they did to try and understand what the community wanted in terms of styling indicated that 60 to 70% favoured Art Deco blended with some contemporary design. And really what we've seen of that design doesn't capture that 60%. The architects themselves say they've given a nod to Art Deco. Well, we think with that amount of support for Art Deco styling, it deserves more than just
Well,
a
just
nod.
simple nod, yes.
And we
It
think,
was a very brief and fleeting nod.
I
yes.
did describe it when we were in the meeting with council officers as more a nervous tick than a nod.
And we don't think it would be that difficult to add some of that styling in. We're not pushing for an authentic Art Deco
No.
design at all, because that might not be appropriate to this location and the functionality. But it definitely could easily be tweaked to put some more Art Deco features in to reflect more the sentiment of what we already had here that people loved.
And I think at the same time that we need to recognise that this is only the first iteration of the design of this building. There's a lot more to go on this. And we
Yeah,
can
so
start picking it up.
so that leads me to my next question, and I think a lot of us are thinking this: how baked in stone is this new design?
Well, during the course of the meeting, we were told that this was the first iteration, the first step in the design
A concept
process.
design at the moment. So, for example, the yellow colour that everybody seems to hate isn't cast in stone. So, there is room for manoeuvre here, and that's
So-
what we're trying to work on.
So, because in the design process, you'd normally have first stage would be your scribbly drawings, then we'd move to a beautiful complex render, and then from there, the render would then go to engineering and building design, where we'd have our blueprints. So, do you think we're sort of closer to that render stage at the moment?
I couldn't tell you, but what I do know is that in our conversations with council officers, we've made it perfectly clear that we're not happy with it. And when I say we, I don't mean just our group. I'm talking about the community and the extensive comments that have been made to us, and on social media as well. People are not happy with the design of it, and that's understandable. It doesn't reflect what they asked for. The council's own survey indicated that the vast majority of the community wanted Art Deco features, not necessarily an Art Deco building, but Art Deco features. And to withhold that or not provide that in the concept design, I thought was a bit of a mistake, and it got the reaction that was fairly predictable.
Okay, so it sounds like we still have a bit of a way to go, but we're most definitely heading in the right direction from
Yeah.
where we started.
Yeah,
But we're
we
very
definitely-
confident.
yeah.
We're very confident. We're very happy with the way the process has gone, and we're still talking to council, and council are very cooperative. And as I keep saying to council, we're more than happy to help. We represent a lot of people in the community, and we're happy to provide that feedback to them.
Okay, well, thank you very much for joining me here on this blustery morning.
It's a pleasure.
And that's about all we have time for today. Hopefully Gerard will be back from out of country with us for the next episode. And as always, stay classy, Redcliffe, and we'll see you again real soon.